Our third feature game on Saturday in the Premier League was Spurs 3, Crystal Palace 1. I know you had one eye on this one. Your main focus was on the Liverpool game. I was watching this one all the way through. And something you said just before we came on air, how did Spurs have that much possession and hardly have any shots on target in the first half? It was just one of those things. And they had one clearance from Son that played in Timo Werner, and he never looked confident, and he didn't score. And then when Eze scores the free kick to put Palace 1-0 up, I don't know what happened to Spurs, but it was like, right, it's go time. And then there was a mistake by Joachim Andersen. That let Johnson in down the right-hand side, his cutback. It had to be Timo Werner for the equaliser. And then Spurs went on to win it with Romero and Heung-min Son with a late... it was a late winner. Not a late winner. It was a late third goal, but it was just with Palace chasing to get back into it, he finished off. So what is it about Spurs this season? Another late show, like Liverpool, but it kind of takes something to inject that momentum into them. What is that?
Well, I think there's no question it's to do with the way Postecoglou wants to play the game, and I was actually a little surprised that the start of the second half wasn't as frenetic as the end of this game, because I expected Postecoglou to give them a kick up the backside, basically. But then that didn't happen, and I guess losing the goal was the kick up the backside, but B, there's nowhere else to go other than forward from there on out. And so you get a head of steam up, and everybody's looking forward. You know, previously it seemed like it was all about just keeping the ball, which is so unlike Spurs, particularly at home. But then the switch got flicked, and all of a sudden it was, right, there's only one way to go. And I think the fact that they were pushed into having to go and play the way that we expect them to play was a lot to do with it. Sometimes you're better not poking the bear. Maybe if Palace hadn't scored that goal, it might have been a different ball game, but they did. And again, you've got to give credit to Spurs, particularly at home, when they get a head of steam up and the crowd gets behind them, they cause anybody problems. And running out 3-1 winners probably is the result that we thought we were going to get before the ball was kicked. But certainly at 1-0, and the way the game had gone, you were asking yourself, can this Spurs side get back into it? But they answered the call, they answered all the questions. And by the end of the game, deservedly won the game.
Yeah, they did. Villa or Spurs? Who finishes higher?
Oh, that's a tester. I don't think there's a clear answer. I think anybody would be guessing. I don't think anybody could point to anything or any particular reason why Villa or Spurs are going to finish above each other. If you're going to push me, I'm going to say Villa. I think they're more controlled and a little bit more organised when they go forward. So for that reason, I'll go Villa. But I think to really put your cards on the table and be really confident, I don't think there's anybody who could really do that with any real certainty.
Well, it sets up a good one next week, doesn't it? Villa against Spurs at Villa Park.
Yeah, big time. But again, you know, as I said previously about Liverpool and City, the onus is on Tottenham Hotspur to go forward and win this game. You know, for Villa, if they don't lose this game, then they're quite happy. So that, for me, means we're going to get a get up and get at it type of game, which obviously for us neutrals is going to be a fantastic watch.